I think what you're asking points to this idea that we have to compartmentalize, right, our life. Like this experience, this grieving, this loss, this difficult situation is keeping me from or distracting me from consciously creating my reality. When in fact, we're creating our reality all the time, and natural, normal parts of life as it unfolds are part of the fabric of that creation, and they're not a distraction or a detour from your path. So the best thing you do is you just grieve when it's time to grieve. You cry when it's time to cry, and allow yourself to move through whatever feelings come up, being present with your life as it unfolds, including losses, including challenges. And that is how you stay true to the unfolding of creating your reality as it happens in your own space. One place identity work can be useful is if you notice that you are getting stuck in your grieving, and if it's getting in the way of your energy connecting with other parts of your life, then you can question whatever part of you that you're not yet seeing that is really attached to the way it wants things to be, as opposed to seeing the way things are and not being able to find freedom in the presence of the reality. That's identity. That's the part, that invisible conditioned part of us that sometimes cannot allow things to be as is. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to move through grief fast. Grief is a messy process. It comes in waves, it lasts a long time. It also doesn't mean that we have to agree to things being bad or people or pets leaving us, like, oh, I'm resigning myself to life that is full of loss and grief. But if there is loss, if you are finding yourself in a certain situation, then that situation is not an obstacle to your connecting to yourself. And this obstacle is usually this thought reality that we've made up about who we are, that we hold as a non-negotiable, that when life changes, but this doesn't change, right? It creates problems. And you've also mentioned guilt and shame. Any imprisoning feeling, any feeling that is preventing you from being the best, most alive person you could be put through this process, because that feeling isn't just sitting there. It's sitting there because of brackets that we've constructed, what we think about the world, what we think about how the world is supposed to work, who we are in relationship to that world, and who we are in relationship to the world in terms of if the world doesn't do what it's supposed to, or if we don't do what we're supposed to in that world, what happens to us as a result, or what does it mean about us? And so all of these beliefs play into the heaviness and the chained, imprisoned feeling that we carry with us all the time. So to sum it up, don't be afraid of any part of your experience. Everything that is imprisoning you or separating you and you from life can be questioned, and this book is available on TikTok Shop.